Good after morning. Okay, so wow, it's 11:11. So we are here, and we're going to be discussing the topic, the narrative, the subject of how women create the narrative, not men. And I wanted to start off by allowing you guys to hit the like button. Y'all better hit that like button. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't forget. Like. Thank y'all for tuning in this morning. I had the members of the channel vote on the subject of the video today. So thank you, members. It was an exclusive post that only members were able to vote on. So this is the topic that the members thought would be good for today. Okay. Yeah, y'all hit that like button, sprinkle, sprinkle. So I'm gonna let y'all get in here. So we are the narrative. We create the narrative because our imaginations are what create everything around us as women. We have a vision in our head, what we want. We have standards in our head of what we want. And every step and move and choice that we make is toward those things. Our focus is more on the lifestyle and the type of life we want to live versus what men focus on. A lot of times men focus on what they need to do in order to get some type of woman. Their mind, most of the time, is only towards the physical, or the sexual. They're not looking at the bigger picture. So therefore, they're not really creating it. The women are. And if you've ever been over a man's house before they were married versus after they were married, you can see a huge difference by how the house feels, how comfortable it is, and how functional it is. And a lot of times you'll see what the narrative is by seeing the story told. Like, you go into most men's house, it's just plain blah, no creativity, unless they're a designer. But you go into a woman's house and it's well thought out, it's well planned, everything blends together. It looks comfortable, it looks like a home. There's a whole nother vibe to it, a whole nother feeling to it, a whole nother creation. When it's like you're walking into a whole different place, a whole different vibe, a whole different world, literally. So we create the narrative, okay? Because we are the creators. And we allow or don't allow. And this is our power. And a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of men want you to forget your power. That's why they're always trying to take it from you. That's why they're always trying to tell you that you're less or that you have no rights or da 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 da. So when you know your true power as a woman, you start creating the entire story of your life and everyone in it. You know what I mean? You are very persuasive. The power of your voice and the suggestions that you give are more powerful when you know this knowledge. When you are unsure of yourself and you are not speaking in your full knowingness of your position, of your power, of that you create this, then you're less powerful as someone who can manifest and create the life that they want. You're iffy. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you want. You're hoping that someone approves of you so that you might get what you want. That's not the mindset. The mindset is knowing that you create this and go ahead and create what you want. Venusian being sprinkle, sprinkle. So true. You notice when women get readings done, they ask about a man's intentions and they never have intentions. They respond off of her. Exactly. So, and that's another, thank you for your donation, Sprinkle Sprinkle. That's another reason why I stopped doing readings. because all these women wanted to know was about some dusty old man or some dusty dude that didn't want them. And I was sick and tired of women being so weak. And I wanted to make sure that they strengthen themselves by stop focusing on, such silly things. Okay. Like if I'm going to get a read, I'm like, where am I? How about this money? Okay. Takesha, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. 200, baby. I can't believe that. Is that American dollars? Oh my gosh, it is. Takesha, who credit card you using? You got your sugar daddy's card or that's your money? Girl. Either way, I'm happy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. You should have gave me $200. I feel so special. Thank you. So, that's all I'm saying. Gracias. I'm saying it in 2 languages. All right. So, we create the narrative, and a lot of people don't know that. I mean, men may speak for us, men may repeat what we said, men may repeat our ideas, but at the same time, we are able to bring them into this world and keep forgetting that. They keep forgetting that. They keep forgetting that we are the ultimate deciders of their very existence. I will repeat that. Women are the ultimate deciders of who gets on this planet. So when the next time a man or a dusty fix his lips to put you down, he was one choice away from not being here. Let's just put it like that. He was one option away from not existing. And you can't let someone like that tell you how, the narrative goes. The narrative is a woman sacrifices 9 months, some less, some more, her body to bring humans onto this planet. Okay, we run this. We are the portals between life, death, spirit, and material. And if you can't get with that, if you don't understand that, you will always fail. You will always lack. You will always be running in a circle, chasing your own tail, asking who did it and why. Oh, the great goddess sprinkle sprinkles. You say, I just do what I can. Okay. And I always say this, and y'all know how much, men are uplifted and are great, but without their mothers, they wouldn't be here. Okay? Period. So I'm going to let that sink in. And we have all these dusties that come on here that say older women are worthless. Well, that means your mother is worthless. We have older women who are, very much speakers and teachers and things like that help people get educations. We have older women who allow, certain people to live in their basements or, in their house up until they're 30 and 40 years old because older women are worthless. But sadly, most of their worthless sons still sleep on a couch. Okay. So when we think about this, we have to think, women create the narrative because we allow you to be. We allow you to be. We allow you to be. We write you into the story. If a woman ever gets a chance to write a novel, she can write about anything she desires. She can write about whatever, travel, career, but she always writes you in. She always gives you a role. She always gives you a place. But at the same time, when men resent women, when men talk down to women, when men don't understand that women are how they got here and they disrespect women, that's when their lives start going to crap. And that's why all these dusty men on here talking trash on the internet is still talking trash and still being dusty because they're upset because they know that they control absolutely nothing. Everything most men do is to impress a woman, unless they're trying to impress a man. But other than that, that's everything that they're trying to do. They're not trying to impress a woman, they're trying to compete with a woman. If they're not trying to compete with a woman, they're trying to be a woman. If they're not trying to be a woman, they're trying to get a woman. If they're not trying to get a woman, they're trying to sleep with a woman. They're always thinking about women because we wrote it that way. And if you had a thought on your mind that you could not get rid of, no matter how hard you tried, you'd be pretty upset too if you weren't able to benefit from those thoughts because you couldn't get to the level in order to impress one of those women. We write the narrative. We say what impresses us. We say how much money we need from you. We say the standards that you have to reach. We say this is what we like. We don't say, what do you think about this, sir? Is this okay? Do you like this? What do you think? Yeah, as a joke to see what you're going to say. But at the same time, we don't care about the answer. We just want to see what you going to say. Because we're still going to do what we want anyway. That's the funny thing. You can ask a man all the opinions of what he thinks the perfect woman would be, and we would go and do the opposite, and he would still chase and want us. Okay? Because he has, that's the funny thing. You can ask a man exactly, and this is also what a lot of these men do. They say, well, we like a woman who's plain, that doesn't wear makeup, and that dresses modest. But as soon as one walks by with makeup, weave, half naked, they break in their necks for something they don't like. They up in the inbox of women they don't like because we write the narrative. We wrote the narrative. And the narrative is you gonna like what we want you to like, period. Men really, what exactly is their purpose? Why do they always want to sleep with you so fast? Because you turn them on. And they feel like if they can conquer you by sleeping with you fast, then they gain some type of, status, or they gain some type of power over you. But the sad thing is it's the opposite. Because if you have to rush into something, if you feel like you want to rush into something, that means you feel like it's too good to be true. You're not going to have another chance because women write the narrative. If you mess up after today, your chances are over. And so they try to get in as fast as they can because they know that if they make a mistake, their chances are gone. If they say the wrong thing, if they have the wrong opinion about something, they ain't never gonna get it. So they try to get it as fast as they can for as cheap as they can because they already know that they're gonna mess it up because they already know they don't have what it takes to literally impress you on the level. Okay, so they try to rush in because they know we write the narrative. And if his verses or his lines or his speech or his actions offend us, that's it. You got to go start over elsewhere. So they try to rush in before they mess up. Their representative tries to rush in before the real them shows up because they know it's not going to happen if the real them shows up. And then women get in their mind that men are supposed to act and be just like their representative. And that's what we wrote. So that's why they have to get in and get out quick, because they can't maintain that level of representation. Okay. And just think about this. If they wrote the narrative, they could take their time. Just think about this. If they wrote the narrative, they wouldn't be upset or angry. If they wrote the narrative, they would be complaining way less and getting way more. And paying for anything or a woman would be nothing if they wrote the narrative. Because don't you think they would, if you had the power to write the narrative, don't you think you would write in that you would have enough money to get the type of woman you want? Don't you think you would write in that even if you didn't have enough money, that you could still get the type of woman you want without money? Don't you think they would write that in? And it's not really happening. So therefore, we know we write the narrative, because there are more women out here that have high standards, that aren't settling for less, that are dating either older or, maybe not someone that they would typically date due to physical attraction, but they're getting exactly what they want. There are more women out here not having to work. There are more entrepreneurs. There are more educated women. There are more, you know, creative women out here that are doing the most, authors, you know, and their counterparts, a lot of these men counterparts, they could be doing the same thing. They could be doing the same thing, and a lot of them are but they need to be doing it on a bigger level than the women that they're trying to impress. That's why I'm saying they don't write the narrative, because if you did, you would write yourself grander and bigger in this story. Oh, Casey Lee, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Hi, Sheila. I haven't watched you much since you were 17, but you still look amazing. Your advice has got you a great man, and you're getting married next year. Go ahead, Casey Sprinkle Sprinkle. I appreciate you. Congrats on your marriage. Yay. So, I don't know how old you are, but you've been watching me since 17. I've been on here for 10 years. So, I don't know how long you've been watching, but congrats. Sprinkle Sprinkle means I'm giving you my sprinkles, my blessings, my So what I'm saying is, they would write themselves bigger and grander in the story, but somehow, in some way, they can't. And then they sit back and complain how they'll make every excuse of why they can't write themselves bigger and better. They'll say, "Oh, the economy. Oh, households can't make it without two." They won't even try to make themselves better or bigger. They don't even have the dream to do so. They don't even have the ability to imagine themselves in a place where they don't have to make excuses anymore, but just be the bigger and grander character that they should be. And they're not writing that. They're not able to write it because they don't control the narrative. S2 Sprinkle Sprinkle. You are a blessing. Just received 2,000 cash for your solo. For a solo? Sprinkle Sprinkle, girl. A trip? Girl, go ahead. Sprinkle Sprinkle. Appreciate you for the donation too. But congrats. So, you got to make sure that, you understand the thinking, the mentality. Any man who complains and argues with a woman might as well be a woman. Sit down next to her because y'all are equals. And not in the eyes of the law, but in the eyes of her, you a woman. Sit down. If you don't have the solutions, if you're not the bigger and grander person that can, make this woman's life better, provide protection and provision, And all you can do is sit down on her level, complain, and tell her what she needs to do better, like you her girlfriend or something, or her gay bestie, then can you make room for a real man to come in and do the job that you complaining about? And that's the thing. Like a lot of these guys, they feel like they want to be women so bad that they're going to act just like them until somebody writes them in a grander story, you know? And it's hard to get inspiration if we don't see any good examples to model our stories after. It's hard to get inspiration to write you as a bigger character. And what I'm saying is that our imagination and creates our standards. We imagine the type of person we want to be with. We set our standards and we allow and attract that person who's going to meet our standards. We attract them. And that's why the higher our standards get, the men have a choice to write themselves as a bigger character or bow out and decide not to meet the standards and sit down on the toilet. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, goddess will red, wild red. I keep saying wheel red. Wild red, sprinkle, sprinkle, love, love, love. Most of us understand that we are not donating but giving. We are circulating our money. Our money is coming back. That's true. Thank you, Sheila. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. 1111. How you doing? So, if all you have are complaints and ain't, if all men have our complaints, they're not writing the story. So I feel that if men know that women control the narrative, they should definitely try to fit into a role. And when I say a role, I mean they should be a shining example of what women want. They should be a shining example of what women uh, can feel secure with, or a shining example of what it takes to get a woman. They shouldn't be complaining and not trying to impress women anymore, because all that's going to get them is put down a toilet seat and sit down. That's all that's going to get them, because that's how women are starting to see men now. You're not more masculine because you complain and are upset because women aren't submissive to you. How are we going to be submissive to you when you sitting on the toilet? And when I say when you're sitting on the toilet, I mean you're at the same level as someone that has less power. You're complaining. You're not solution oriented. You're not a shining example of what it is to be a provider and a protector. The only throne you sitting on is the toilet, sir. And that's about it. And that's why I'm saying women control the narrative. If you're a man and you're not able to have the type of woman you want, live the type of life you want, it's because you're still sitting on your toilet. And you need to stand up and be a man. Okay. You sit down when you sitting down when you pee. You going number one. Okay. And the reason I say that is because if you're sitting down on the toilet and complaining and acting like, somebody owes you something, wham, 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 a woman won't submit to me. Well, get off the toilet seat then, sir. Stand up and pee. Write your own narrative to where you are about something. You can take care of a woman. Don't write the narrative of the economy. We need 2 people working in the household. We got the bill. What kind of weak character is that? Would you ever write, ladies, if you were going to write a movie, would you write a basic, average, regular, dusty character as the main character? They won't even do that on B movies. And so this is the narrative that these guys are writing for themselves, to be broke, to need a two-income household, to live in a bad economy, you know, to not want more. This is what they're writing for themselves. They're writing themselves at a lower level. While women are sitting over here writing themselves in mansions, on vacation, living the life, doing this, and that, traveling. And men are talking about they gotta go somewhere else to get a decent woman because they can't afford you. They're lowering their narrative. They're taking their narrative to the broke level. Like, if you're gonna create and if you're gonna speak stuff into your life, speak big. Go hard or go home. This is why so many men are sitting here looking stupid, because they don't create the narrative. We do. And the more examples of dustiness and broke-minded men we see, the stronger that narrative is going to become. If 5 women are dealing with a dusty, her future expectations are going to be, dang, all these guys out here are dusty. All these men out here are cheap. And that's going to be put out. That vibe is going to be put out. And that's what's going to be returned back. Dustiness. Why? Because nobody, especially men, will write a masculine, manly narrative. They want to be weak. They want to be feminine. They want to be the woman in the relationship. And that's the narrative they keep writing. They want to be the prize. And so, I feel like if y'all don't take control of your own narrative, y'all going to write yourself right out of the story. Right out of the story. Now, there are some men who write big characters. There are some men who say, I'm going to take care of mine. I don't care. I'm going to impress this woman. I'm going to make sure my family wants for nothing. But then they get called names because they're actually doing what they were put here to do. They actually wrote their narrative bigger and grander. And a lot of those men are jealous because they can't see that within themselves. They can't see themselves being able to provide for a whole family in a one-income household, or them paying all the bills. They can't see themselves at that level. And if you can't even dream that high, if you can't even dream of taking care of your own family, how are you going to reach higher levels? How are you supposed to reach being, the owner of your own company? Or how are you supposed to reach being, the next inventor of something great? If you can't even envision or imagine yourself taking care of your own family, that is just, your minds have been pushed down so low that you can't even write yourself at a higher level. You can't even imagine yourself at a higher level. And so women now have to create the narrative for you. We got to show you what it is you're supposed to be, because you don't follow the examples that are out there. You don't think a man taking care of his family and providing and making sure his wife and his kids got what they need, and things like that. You don't think that's masculine. You think sitting on the toilet complaining while you pee and complain about the economy and complain about it take 2 income to make it. Well, then go get 2 streams of income, sir. Because you're going to have women running circles around y'all, looking at y'all like something wrong up here. In about 10 more years, y'all going to be looking like something wrong up here. Okay, mentally. Y'all going to be the mentally impaired compared to women in about 10 more years if y'all don't get it together. We already have to dumb ourselves down to even deal with you. Let me repeat that. Some of us, because there's some dumb women out here too. I ain't gonna lie. I see some of them in the comments. I ain't gonna say they dumb. They're ignorant. That means they just don't know any better. But once they learn, it's over. You know what I'm saying? There are women literally have to dumb themselves down to deal with men. Could you imagine in 10 more years? We're gonna see y'all as just literally the help. So I need y'all to do better. Y'all to do better. Y'all don't want to be known as the help. Some of them already are. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Them already got to do better. Um, you dumbed yourself down, but did leave your husband single and now free. Okay. Heavy on the want, yes, master, nope, not doing it. A lot of men did not grow up with provider fathers as examples. No more excuses. Change the narrative and be the first to create a legacy of wealth in your families. Exactly. They have the formula. They know what they're supposed to do. But y'all have to also remember there are pygmishas out here that enable them to be dusty. And when these type of women stop being so desperate to have a dusty man, maybe they'll get better. Maybe those men will stop thinking it is okay to be dusty. But we have a lot of women that were also raised without provider fathers and were also raised to have low self-esteem and accept anything and have zero standards, that they will take a dusty and validate a dusty before they validate themselves. And this is the major problem. Okay. If you are validating a dusty before you validate yourself, that's where the problem is, ladies. And men know this. But and the sad thing is, let me tell you all the sad thing, because women do write the narrative, but you have to have confidence to write your narrative. Otherwise, you're just existing. Now, let me tell y'all what men know. Men know they can go and get a pick-me-ship at any time. They know this. They know no matter what day of the week it is, how much money they got in their pocket, that they can go out and just go get a pick-me-ship to do whatever. Okay? Let me tell you. But they don't want that. They don't want it. And let me tell you why men don't want pick-me-ships. Because it is a mirror of themselves. When they look at that woman who they don't want, it reminds them of what they can't have. When they are looking at the pick-me-ship that they settled for, and the woman that they don't even want, all they're looking at is their ability to write their own narrative. And it makes them mad. That's why they always cheat on y'all. For no reason. Just because it's Tuesday. Okay? Because every time they look at you, they feel less than. Even though you're paying their bills, buying their clothes, every time they look at you, they see that they don't control nothing. And so, in order to feel like a man, they go out with your money, your clothes, your food in their stomach. And if you real ghetto and sad, your car, they driving around in your car with the woman they cheating on you with. And then they go to pick you up from work after doing nothing all day. They act like nothing happened. Then they ask you where y'all going to eat. Okay, so Remember, men can get that. That is easy for a man to go get any type of pick me shit he won't, but he don't want it. And that is the first step. And I'm gonna tell y'all, the first step of a man becoming better is knowing that he don't want a pick me shit no more. That's number one. When a man begins to write his own narrative, he stops dealing with pick me shits. When a man can't write his own narrative, he goes for a pick me shit. But when a man starts to truly have confidence within himself, believes that he could be a provider, believes that he can have multiple streams of income continuously coming in, he has no problem getting the type of woman that he wants and impressing her. And that's his first step of, living and writing the narrative of being that type of man. And so we have this in between type of group of men who don't know what they want. They don't know if they want a pick me shit or if they want to level up to get the type of woman they want. So what they're doing is they're trying to sample and get tastes of the type of woman that they can't afford for free using all these cheap tactics that don't really work unless you are a pick me shit. So they're not really moving anywhere forward. They're just sampling, these pick me shits that they feel like are probably on a higher level than the pick me shits they've been used to. Okay, they just leveled up on the pick me shit. They haven't leveled up on the type of woman that they're able to provide for. Okay, so once they get a taste of a leveled up pick me shit, then they want more, and then they want to level up the type of woman they are with, and then they get shot right back down because they can't impress you, because you are not a pick me shit, because your tactics don't work on certain women, because either you're here to impress and improve or you need to go home. From the start, if you can't bring me anything that increases my value, goodbye. Okay? Goodbye. Adios. Don't come back. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Whitney girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate you. And when these guys run into women like that, they get mad and they start lashing out. All these women want is money. That's why we're going to use. That's why you can only use them, because you have no money to offer them. That's why you can't get out of your terrible loop and cycle, because you can't level up to have the type of woman you want, because you can't write your own narrative yet, because we write it. The most creative, the most influential get to write the narrative. And that ain't y'all, sir. Sirs. It's not y'all. Uh-huh. So a lot of men feel like victims. They feel stuck. They feel like the world is against them. They feel like the economy is against them. Write yourself a better narrative and go execute it, just like women do. And women have to deal with so much more on top of what you think you have to deal with. Think about this. Women have to look good, raise children, deal with men, deal with a career, carry children for 9 months, give birth, figure out how she's gonna take time off to have maternity leave and still pay these bills, how to feed these kids, cook, clean, take them to school, pick them up, take them to practice, make it. Women do way more than men, and men are the ones sitting here complaining like a little bee, telling women they're worthless when women are the only reason you exist. Mm-hmm. And I keep telling people, women are not worthless. The body of a female is worth way more than a body of a male, even as a cadaver, even after you did it. Yes. Your dead body is worth more than a man's dead body, period. Okay. Your living body is worth way more than a man's living body. Why? Because you carry stem cells. You carry a womb. You carry all these wonderful things that are priceless. And even after death, your organs, your body, your cadaver is worth way more than a man's. And it always will be. So if you don't know your worth as a living woman, at least know your worth more as a cadaver than a man would be. That should boost your self-esteem today. For if somebody feeling low, that should boost your self-esteem. Even your dead body worth more. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. So we create that narrative because we bring the spiritual into the physical. And a man can't do that. No matter how hard he tries, he can't. Okay? And women brought men into the physical. And women. Women brought women, and women brought men. We allow that child to grow inside of us for 9 months, or we don't allow it. But it is our choice whether a child makes it to the planet or not. Oh, Tina, sprinkle, sprinkle, you love this for us. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle, thank you, girl. Now, there are a lot of people that will say, well, a good woman submits. And I already talked about submission between a woman. You can't submit to somebody sitting on a toilet peeing, sir. Women won't submit to someone they see as less than or weaker. So if y'all want women to submit, y'all become the men that they need to see. Okay? We don't see nothing to submit to. We don't see no man to submit to. We don't see no man when we get up and he say, make me some breakfast, a little tingle go down our spine and we're like, what you want, baby? We say, get your own breakfast. Okay, there's a certain type of man that can say, make me some breakfast, or you be like running in there seeing which kind of pancakes you gonna make on, all of that. We don't have that no more. It's not there. Like, okay, here's a little Pop-Tart, cold, untoasted. You welcome. Y'all don't have that power anymore because y'all haven't written it. Y'all don't control the narrative anymore because y'all too busy complaining instead of creating and doing. Okay? Y'all too busy crying, complaining, and trying to game the very people that bring you into existence. And you never win at that game. You'll never win at that game trying to game the very way you got here. You never will. You are so thankful for you. I can't express how much I appreciate you. Thank you. Ask to Spricker. Appreciate you. And a lot of times men aren't going to admit to it, but they feel it. They know. It's deep down inside. They know they're wrong. They know they can do better. They just try to find the easy way out. And when they're going to keep looking for the easiest way out. And when they can no longer find it, hopefully then they'll straighten up. Okay. And they run out of options, literally. When Pick Misha wake up, or when they tired of looking at Pick Misha, they'll get it together. Hold on, y'all. I gotta use my little ratchet fan. It's hot. I got like 20 lights on me here. This thing come in handy though. All right. It's cute. Yeah, y'all hit the like button. Thank y'all. Sprinkle, sprinkle, hit that like button. Ooh, we got 444 people in here. 444. Y'all hit the like. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, see. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, see. I appreciate you. Is that Miss C? Or that's just C? Thank you. I appreciate the nice donation. All right. Just finished. Okay. Y'all have any questions? I'm gonna let y'all ask some questions now because I had my say. Y'all have any questions on the subject? Let's see. Let me read some of these comments. Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, C. Appreciate you. We need to recognize our value. Mm-hmm. What if a man asks you if you drive? Okay. I'm not asking dumb questions no more. I'm not answering dumb questions. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my breath. Sometimes you just gotta say what you mean. Y'all gonna make me only answer questions with money attached to it if y'all keep asking dumb questions. All right. Let me scroll back up and see what I can see. Your guy has been giving, but he blew up on you stressing. Last night, he texted me saying to expect a package. I want him to give more. How do I go about it? Because I need more level of cosmetics. You tell him there's some stuff that you've been wanting online and he needs to send you the money to buy it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why would a guy ask you if you drive? It's so weird. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. The more women realize the power, the quicker things will turn out. Exactly. And the reason why so many women, okay, now here's another thing. The reason why so many women can't graduate out of being a pygmisha is because they listen to dusties and they listen to men who don't value them. And they listen to people that don't want to see them graduate from being a pygmisha. They write down and take notes from people that don't want to see them be their best. They write notes down for people that want to use them and flip their tax check and live with them rent free. That's who they're listening to. So how are you supposed to raise your self value and self esteem listening to that crap? Stop listening to somebody that can't provide for you, ladies. If they can't provide for you, do not listen. Okay? If they're unable to say, look, I'm going to make your life better as soon as I enter it in every way, then stop listening to them. That's not smart. Oh, Johnny in the house, sprinkle, sprinkle. Why would you listen to anyone who is unable to make your life better? In fact, they make it worse by taking from you, by telling you that you can't do better, by telling you this, and that no one wants you and that you're not valuable. Why would you listen to someone that can't do anything for you at all? Thank you, Dark Horse, sprinkle, sprinkle. So y'all need to stop listening to people that don't want the best for you. Okay? That's number one where pygmisha needs to stop. Stop listening to people that don't want you to exceed in life. I would never listen to someone who can't do anything for me because it's wasting my time. You can write me on the Patreon, sprinkle, sprinkle, baby. Let me give y'all my Patreon link so y'all can join. When y'all join the Patreon, y'all can write me directly, and I will answer y'all back that week, definitely. So whatever you want to write me, and also if you want to sign up for hold on, getting a physical letter mailed to you in the mail from me, then sign up for the mail out tier. It's kind of expensive, but you can change the level of your tier at any time. So if you just want one letter from me, switch up to that tier for that month, and then switch back to a lower tier, and you'll have your letter for at least 1 month. Y'all can write me anything, tell me your interests, and all that kind of stuff, so I can write you a better letter. Okay. Or you can just message me on there and I'll type you back. Okay. And the only type of authority and power that some of these dusty men have is the audience of a pygmy show. Okay, I'm gonna repeat that. The only power and authority that these type of men have are from the support and the audience of pygmy show. Okay, that's who supports them, because that's who's always supported them. I will repeat that. Those men who talk trash about women online and make videos, their audience who supports them are pygmishas. That's who always supported them. That's whose validation pygmisha needs or was taught to need, because she's not validating herself. The women that validate themselves are over here with standards, not taking advice from someone who can't provide for them or make them their lives better. That's the difference between a pygmisha and a leveled up woman. They don't take advice from men who can't improve their lives. They don't need validation from broke men. They don't need validation from men who don't spend money on women. They don't need validation from men who sit on the toilet when they pee. They don't need validation from men who sit and complain about the economy. Okay? They don't need validation from that. Now, the women on these types of channels, they are self-validated and they only deal with men who improve their lives. That is the difference. That is what a pygmisha is versus a leveled up woman. You can look, there are beautiful pygmishas out there. And there are less than beautiful leveled up women out there. And you will see them in their house, in their suburbs, driving their luxury cars, looking worse than the chick taking your order in the drive-thru because she's dealing with a dusty. It's the mentality. It's the self-esteem and the self-respect and the self-validation that this less attractive woman has, who's probably older, than this younger woman has, who's sitting in the drive-thru working with a boyfriend sitting at home, borrowing her car. Okay? That's the difference. It's a mentality. I have rolled up on so many drive-thrus where the girls were cute. I'm like, what is you doing here? Why? Girl, if I look like you, I'd just shoot. I'd own the establishment. Okay, that's how far I'm taking it. Oh, sure. Why ain't you with the owner, baby? You look good enough. Half this could be yours. So we have to keep our standards high and stop seeking validation from men who can't do anything for you. If all they have is talk and hot breath and complaints, tell them to sit down on the toilet when they pee, because that's exactly what they sound like they do anyway. Okay? If they're not coming to improve your life, point them in the direction of Pygmisha, because they haven't graduated to you yet, baby. They haven't made it to be able to do what you need them to do. So send them back on over to Pygmisha and tell him that he got lost along the way. He was mistaken. Okay? He said, if you stingy with money, you stingy with your love. Exactly. Now I'm going to tell y'all something. It is easy to have standards. It's hard to keep them. That's why a leveled up woman has to be leveled up mentally. Because if some person comes in and tries to lower your standards by telling you, oh, you're too materialistic, or you're too greedy, or I shouldn't have to give you money, and da, 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 and they start listening to that, and they start lowering those standards, all you're doing is lowering yourself back to being a pygmy. That's all you're doing. All you're doing is reverting back to pygmy from leveled up. Leveled up means they gotta also meet your standards. Women start listening to these men make all these excuses, and then women start questioning themselves, and if they're really am I gonna be alone? And what if my standards are too high? They put doubt in your mind because they have doubt in their mind about what they can do for you. I will repeat that. Men will put doubt in your mind about what it is you should expect because they have doubts in their mind that they cannot give it to you. Why would you want a weak man like that? Why would you want a man so weak he has to make you doubt yourself just to deal with him? You gotta doubt yourself just to deal with him. That means he's super low. That he can't even lie and pretend that he about something. He gotta pull you down so you know he ain't about nothing. And you accept it with no questions asked. To me, that is the very definition of a pygmy, seeking validation for a man who can't do anything for her. Okay? So no. Uh-oh, Takesha in the house. Sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. I see you the one came in here early and dropped that big donation. Hey, girl, members. Did you vote on this subject? Did you see the members poll? I'm not sure if you was one of the members who voted. Okay. You got your book in the mail yesterday? Thank you, girl. I appreciate you getting my book. If y'all want my book, all of my books are linked at the top in that little blue pinned link up at the top of the chat. All my books are in one place right there. So y'all can get I Bring Nothing to the Table. Y'all can get The Wisdom of SheRaSeven. I have like maybe one ebook on there that y'all can get as well. Too Pretty to Pay Bills. I have Leveling Up to Your Best Life. So y'all go ahead and get them books from Sprinkle. I also have How to Do What You Love, which is very helpful if you're trying to start a business or, from very little money on any budget, even if it's just from online at home with the stuff that you already have. That book is good. Y'all get it. Oh, you didn't vote? Well, I'm glad you still made it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why, after 5 years of marriage and providing, he wants me to make my own money, even though he gives me money? I think he feels insecure because I tell him he needs to make more. I guess he's not moving fast enough for you. I don't know how old he is, but Ask them to get a second stream of income. It's hard, honestly, to tell someone to get a second stream of income if they don't want to. That has to be in them already. That has to be in them already. They have to be like, you know what, I'm gonna have 2, 3 streams of income because I can, and because I want more money, because I want to live better, because I want my life to be better. That has to be within them. You can't tell them because they're very satisfied at the level that they are right now. That's their level of satisfaction because you accept it. If you stop accepting it, they will get more money. Okay? There you go. I mean, whatever job that they have, they can be looking for a better one that pays more money at the same time. All they got to do is send out their resume and see what comes back. I mean, why can't people try to level up? Why are they so afraid? What is it? Hmm. You live in a small island country. Coming in here and watching these videos makes me feel like I'm in another world. Your mom told me you live in a bubble. I said, and I love it. Exactly. Thank you, girl. Yeah, living in a bubble is good because people want to get in your bubble. People want their own bubble or they want to get into yours. Think about it. You may not keep his interest because you lay him down with him that fast. He will look at you as easy. Yeah, a lot of men feel like if they can conquer you so fast and you're easy, then you're not really a challenge. And a lot of women also they lay down with men who they don't take seriously either. Okay, it goes both ways. A woman will lay down with a man she don't take seriously either. Sad to say, you know, a woman is not going to jump in the bed and say, "Ooh, this is gonna be this the one, this the one." She lays down for the same reason he lays down. Okay, and so the narrative also has to change about that. It's not like if you are serious and if you want a relationship and you want money and you want this and you want that, yeah, withhold for as long as you can. Demand that money, get money spent. If you just want to sleep with someone and they just want to sleep with you, y'all are sleeping together for the same reason. Okay? So do not sleep with a man if you want his money. Hold out as long as you can. That's how you get more. If you want to sleep with him and you a grown woman, and I always say, if even if you sleep with a man, make sure he got money just in case something happened. Okay, I don't like if you're gonna sleep with a man, just sleep with a man, and you don't care about getting anything from him or not, because you got backups and you got others. Make sure he still got money, just in case, because you don't want to be in a bad situation. Okay, even he even gotta have money. Even your jump off, your side piece, whatever, they gotta have money. Still, don't sleep with nothing broke. That's it. Okay. What are some affirmations you could recommend to shape the desired narrative? I only date men with money. Or if you're a man, I only date women who date men with money. Therefore, I must be a man with money. Oh, the Plain A Sprinkle Sprinkle. Hey, Shira, I found you a YouTube channel in 2020 during COVID, and you've been enlightened ever since. Girl, thank you. Some good came out of that, right? You also inspired me to create a journal on Amazon. Oh, so you got your little journal out on Amazon, girl. Send me the link. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. I might get it. I appreciate the donation. Mhm. I know that's right. Mhm. So, if you want, if you need to write the narrative of the type of man you want, and that's your standard. So, women write the standards because we have also the ability to write the narrative, and it's like you're casting a movie, and you need a certain type of man to play this character. And he's got to come across with all the standards of the character that you put in place. And if he doesn't meet those standards, he got to leave the audition and make room for the next person to come and audition. Okay, only the one who meets the standards of the person who doing the casting is going to make it through. Okay. How much does your husband make? More than you, because he ain't on here in a woman's chat. I don't know if you're a woman or a man, but I think that's a personal question. But he make enough to provide, baby. Squirt. He make enough to where I don't have to pay. If something happened, I still live the same lifestyle, basically. So you only date men who give you money, exactly. And they are and get because they are broke. Should I ask for money? You should. If they have asked you for anything, you should have asked for money by now. Did y'all see my post? Because I made a post on Instagram. Y'all follow me on Instagram, SheRaSeven. On Instagram, let me see what. Yeah, on Instagram, I put the post. I said a man will ask for sex, cooking, a threesome, ask you to convert. You ask him for some money, and you wrong. Not today, sir. So a man will ask you all sort of things, but you ask him for some money, and something's wrong. Hop on a plane. I want to fly you out. You want to get flued out? I want some sex. I want a threesome. I want you to cook for me. I want you to convert to my religion. I want some money. Something wrong with you. The plan A, sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm offended. Something is wrong with you. How dare you ask me that? Oh, excuse me. Didn't know it was wrong. What's wrong with you over there asking me for some money? All I ask you to do is cook, clean, sleep with me, have my baby out of wedlock, have a threesome, and convert your religion. That's all I ask of you. All right. Send me some pics. Do this, do that. Um, that's why I just laugh and like if you're not here to improve, then move. All right. He says he is trying to his best to bring more money, but to stop rushing him. He is angry. He said, I don't appreciate him. He pays for my bills and gives me money. Okay, so what do you need the extra money for? Is there something that you want to do? I mean, what do you have plans for the extra money he's going to make? Honestly, is there something that you're lacking? That's all. Like, is there something you're lacking, or you just want him to make more money for no reason? I don't know. Like, details are important. You said learn how to flip the money he gives you. Exactly. Um, Men are asking for threesomes. Look, that is something that is not forced. If a man gets a threesome, he just was lucky. It's like seeing a UFO. Stop looking for spaceships, asking to get abducted. What? I already told y'all what I would. Don't ask me for a threesome. You're gonna get a big surprise. I'm gonna make sure you'll never forget that day. Okay. Um, Always have something on the side just in case option one or two or three doesn't come through. Right. Can you blackmail your computer? If you're smart enough, you can do anything you want. You gotta do it the right way though. Otherwise, I mean, it's called extortion. You gotta find the loophole around the extortion part of it. Um, any advice for women over 45? As long as you look good, then keep your standards high. Do what feel is necessary. Like 45, I would, 45 is not that old. I mean, in a year, I would say, in less than in a year and 4 months, I'm gonna be 45, and I'm still think the same way, right? I'm gonna still say the same thing. Date older men. Oh, Moon Princess Sprinkle Sprinkle. I'm finna. I'm gonna have a whole other chapter coming up very soon. My kids start going out and they legal. I'm going too. I'm gonna be that mom in the club with her daughters. That's gonna be me. But I'm still look good. Making sure they don't be like falling for the okey doke. Have I had any face filler? No, I'm just fat. I'm fat in my face. I've had lip fillers, but that was almost 2 years ago. I haven't gotten anything done to my face in like almost 2 years. I did get like a little bit of lip um once upon a time, but I haven't got anything since. You said food is your filler too? Okay, it is a natural filler. Yes. Have a Zoom party when you turn 45. We can buy tickets to access the whole of it. You too can experience. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You have natural face filler. You do? Okay. You want do that? Did it hurt? They numb you. They give you like a numb stuff. It hurt a little bit, but it's no worse than plucking your eyebrow to me. They just numb you. And they just do it like well, I actually I haven't had it done in over 2 years, so I don't know. Should I get some more lip? What if you hold out and he gives you gifts, etc.? How do you keep his interest afterwards? All the men I date have money. If you have, let me ask y'all a question. If you have to ask how to keep a man's interest, you don't have enough confidence in your looks or yourself. Because if you're asking me how to keep a man interested, if you aren't enough already, if you don't feel like you're enough, you're not going to be able to do what I tell you to do anyway. I will repeat that. If you have to ask that question, you're not going to be able to keep it. That means look within yourself. Ask yourself why he's attracted to you, why he likes you, and continue to do that. Be that person that he's attracted to. Be that person that he likes. You already attracted him. You're good. If you could get him, you can get another one. Okay? So you're good. You don't really have to do anything extra. Otherwise, it looks like you're trying too hard. And then you become picklish. Okay? Am I dressing up for Halloween? I almost changed my costume idea. And I was like, nah, it's too late. I was gonna be okay, so I was gonna be Ratchet, but I already did the Ratchet too many times. So I'm just gonna do like an all black outfit with a veil. Then I saw Kanye, and I'm like, if I get like a fake bulletproof vest and a cap, I could be Kanye West and a fake beard. That would be funny, but I wouldn't be cute. So I don't know. I don't know what I want to be. Um, I don't think that will go over too well. So we'll see. So we'll see. You're dressing up and getting glam done, and your husband has no idea, but he has a thing for vampires. So you on surprise? Oh, that's cute. He said, "Not the bulletproof Kanye." Um, I got your books, Shira. The ebook. I gotta get a paper version. I even got the ebook. Oh, well, thank you for getting my books. I appreciate you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, maybe he'll stop telling you to get a job. Yeah, if you get the vampire outfit on, okay, tell you a new job gonna be dominatrix, a vampire dominatrix. See how quick he go get some more money. Okay, I'm starting a dominatrix business so I can get some more money. How you like my outfits? You said get a job. There's a high demand. All right. Men despise women that magnify their inadequacy. That's because they make them face themselves. A lot of times, women won't say nothing until it gets become too much for them. They'll let it slide for a while until they can't take it anymore. Like honestly, when a woman starts telling you something, she's already at the point where she's been letting it slide for a while, and she's finally decided to say something to you. So when a woman asks you or tells you something, or points out something that she wants you to be better at or improve on, she thought long and hard about this. She's waited a while, and it's gotten so bad that she now needs to say something. So y'all need to think about that. She ain't just, saying it just to say it. It's been in her mind for a while. What are my thoughts on Tia Mowry and her sister divorced with husband? I think she's ready to level up. Um, I think so many people get divorced these days. It's no longer a big deal. And I feel like there are some things that some people cannot deal with and stay married to, and there's some things that some people can deal with and stay married with. It only depends on what each individual person wants for their future. So I don't feel any type of way about any type of people's divorce. That's their personal business. And I also feel like, you know, however they see their future, whether it was with that person or not, is the choices they made. So I don't know. You said she married a Dusty. Well, that's what she wanted. So that's what she got. I don't know. Um, I say that a lot of young people, when they get married, especially if their whole life seems to be perfect, or they seem to have it all, they think they can have it all, and you can. But at the same time, not everything that you have, when you have it all, is going to be perfect. And so, since no one is perfect, and having it all doesn't make your life perfect, you know, when you thought that's what it was going to be and you got disappointed, then you remove whatever made your life less than what it was supposed to be. Then that's your option. That's how I feel. Um, Tanya, sprinkle, sprinkle. After getting married, what accounts, bills, car notes, etc., should I have my name attached to, or is Barrett protection done? As long as the money for all those bills are coming out of his account, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can build your credit by paying utilities and stuff online in your name with his bank account. I definitely feel like you should have your name on something just to prove that that is your residence, because you're going to need that anyway for certain things in the future, like if you enroll your child in school. But I would definitely make sure that the money to pay the bills came out of his account. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Hmm. You're welcome. Sure, you're passive aggressive. What to do to change? It's turning my boyfriend off. Our dates don't end. Huh? I don't know what. Y'all got to be more specific. You say your dates don't end. You still on a date right now? Correction. Your boyfriend makes you act passive aggressive. Okay. Correction. Your boyfriend makes you act passive aggressive. There you go. There's your answer. Okay. He said it's your boyfriend's fault. Blame him. If you're passive aggressive because the man you entertain can't impress you. Sometimes bad people turn you crazy just trying to stick up for yourself. Can you trail a man who's never given anything much to a woman? Give it all to me. Well, think I know that answer if he's already paying for it. Okay. Okay. If you're dating and he already got you pulling them passive aggressive, something wrong with him. Yeah. Again, ladies, we're looking at this from the wrong angle. Yes, your boyfriend makes you passive aggressive. So there's your answer. And you got to stop trying to put blame on yourself and act like something is wrong with you. We write the narrative. Ain't nothing wrong with us. We are how we choose to be. That's it. Cause and effect. Exactly. We are how we choose to be. If we choose to have high standards, that's how we choose to be. If somebody argues with you and makes you passive aggressive because they can't meet them standards, Too bad for them. But your standards remain. That's it. So don't react. I say, just be calm. The calmer you are, the better it is people hear you. So, for example, if y'all are arguing about something, don't argue with him. Just say, you know what, whatever. Sure, whatever you think, whatever you say, and then go do what you're gonna do anyway. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, you have a new baby, and the father and you got engaged in February, and now he has cold feet. You decided not to move in with him because he's difficult. What should I do? Put him on that child support. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, that might warm his feet back up, baby. Okay, put him on that child support. You want his feet warm up quick. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because they ain't nothing faster than warming up some feet, some child support. All right. Gotta stop emulating baby mama culture. It only works for celebs, not us. He said child support works like a charm. Okay. Takesha, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. And it's the perfect time to file it because you don't live with him. So file it and see what happens. There you go. So you want the whole narrative changed because you write it. All you got to do is write in and fill in the blanks of them child support forms and see how quickly your narrative changes, darling. Okay, because we write it. It's too late. She already had the baby. Now she just got to make sure she completes the mission. Either get that money or get that ring. And hopefully he got some money too. Um, Men think is that the only reason why women can sit comfortably as Shira does is because of a man. It's because of a man who wanted me, who did what it took to get me, who did what it took to financially support me and give me the house and all the stuff that I wanted. Yes, it's because of a man wanted me, not because of a man, because a man wanted me. That's the difference. Y'all have to get that correct. A man ain't gonna do that for anybody. A man gonna do that for someone that he is inspired to do that for. And that inspiration is a woman. Okay? Y'all have to remember that. You think he would do that for anybody? Oh, Deanna, sprinkle, sprinkle for the cash app, girl. I can sit comfortably. I can sit comfortably because of what I inspire in a man, not because of a man, but because what I put in him to. Okay. But what I wrote in a narrative and the standards that I kept that he met. Yes. Without those standards, I wouldn't have attracted him. Without what I said, I wouldn't be able to inspire to the level to get to the point to sit comfortably. That was me. That's why when the courts divorce you, even if you didn't work throughout the marriage, you still get that half. Because without you, he might not have made much of himself to the point to provide at the level that he provides. So, yeah, it's because what I inspire inside of a man that I'm able to sit comfortably. And him too. Okay, because half these men out here living with their mama or in a one bedroom apartment with a video game console, one chair and a table. And that's it. And let me tell you something. A woman in her right mind expects a 25-year-old man to do the most. That's why they date older. And so if younger men are saying this, they're not even in the picture. They're too young for me. You know what I'm saying? We know you can't provide. You only 25, baby. Okay. Go date, you know, go date for fun at that age. A 25-year-old man is not expected to pay all the woman's bills. He can't even pay his own bills. So stop taking it personally if you're that young. We're not talking to you. At least pay on the date and don't complain about it. That's the most you can do. If you can get a phone bill, if you can pay somebody's phone bill, great. There you go. How do you get your hubby to do what you want? James seems to do whatever you want. Because I say what I say unapologetically, and I keep my standards. That's how. I mean, that's all you got to do. A lot of people think it's a complicated thing. Just say what you said and stick by what you said. Don't change your standards. Put you first, exactly. Okay. What would you do if you get pregnant and the man refuses to marry you but wants the baby? Put him on child support. If he's rich, you're set. You never might have to work again, girl. If he broke, you shouldn't be procreating. I don't know. It just depends on what it is you want. You're the woman. You make that decision. That's your power. You say because James likes me more. Of course. That's what I'm saying. Don't lay down with no dusties. If you gonna sleep around unprotected or have drunk sex, make sure they rich. Don't okay. Make sure they got something for that baby in case you want to have it. Don't lay down with brokenness. It's if you lay down with brokenness, you might catch brokenness. Okay, don't catch brokenness. If y'all start thinking of brokenness as a disease, y'all ain't gonna lay down with it no more. Y'all need to start thinking of brokenness like a STD and stay away from it. Okay, that's what need to go through your head when you see somebody broke. That's what you need to think. Mm-mm. Sorry. If y'all don't treat people that's broke and they can't do nothing for you, or if you accidentally get pregnant or the baby, then you did that to yourself. I don't feel sorry for women that lay down with brokenness. I'm sorry. You got a choice. You got a choice to lay down with brokenness. If you can't lay down with nothing rich and you don't have a choice, level up till you can. Otherwise, protection, but protection. Okay. If the man can't do anything for you and improve your life, even on accident, don't lay with him. Okay. That's how cold you need to be. If the man can't even accidentally improve your life, don't lay with him. But if you want the child, then make sure he's on child support. All right. You said don't lay with dust. Mm-hmm. Got to be ruthless with them standards. Exactly. That's how you stay where you want to be, or get where you want to be. Reverend Ike said, "If you are poor, you are sinning." And the way I see it, it is true. And y'all know there are some people that want to be poor. There are some people that can't figure out how not to be poor. And there are some people that, don't even realize they're poor. So y'all have to know the difference. Bye, bye, girl. That's pretty sprinkle. You said happiest Halloween. Thank you, Exorcista. I like your name. So funny. All right. Say no to struggle love. Exactly. Um, and a lot of these men will use this very narrative about having a baby with a broke man and tell you to stop laying down with dust. But then how would they procreate? Because they're dusty, to us. Like a lot of these men who complain about how women are having children by all these dusty broke men. Well, y'all are some of them, you know. Um, so why, that's their only defense. They said they don't want to date women with children because somebody just like them got that woman pregnant, and then they go out and date someone and accidentally get them pregnant, and be in the same exact situation a year later. There are some of these men on these videos that be talking all that noise, and then about a year or two later, they in the same exact situation that they was talking trash against on somebody's child support. Buy a pick Misha they don't even want. And then they get even worse and even more angry. That's the funny part. They started off talking all this trash, ended up getting pick Misha pregnant. Now they in a worse situation, the same situation they used to tell other women about, and they then fell into it themselves. Oh my god! I done laid down with a pick Misha. She had a good job too. That good job don't do nothing when that child support hit. Sprinkle. All right. Um, you showed your husband all of the high-end dresses, purses, houses. He doesn't even want to look at stuff with me anymore. I think he's ready to bow out. What to do? You got to take him to the house, darling. You know, I have those open houses. You got to take him, not show him online, but take him into an open house. Have him meet a realtor. Have him see what it smell like and what it feel like. Okay, how happy you look in that house, how impressed you are in that house. Then he will start the process by asking questions like, well, how much is the interest, and what will the mortgage look like with this type of loan, etc., etc. And by seeing what he could have, may make him send out a resume. It may make him find a second stream of income or ask for a raise. Do something. But you got to get him in there. You got to get him to smell it, touch it, feel it, taste it, and see what you look like standing there. If he sees you in a very nice house, make sure you dress cute. Okay, dress like you belong. Dress with the lifestyle you want. Go in there and stand like, the best place in some of those really nice houses are the island in the kitchen, or maybe next to a pretty window or whatever. Go stand next to that and start taking selfies. Because if you do that, there ain't no way he gonna get that out your mind. So he gonna have to level up or level out. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Take him to it. Tell him y'all are going to lunch or brunch. Then already have the open house, put in your navigation and say, oh, I want to stop off somewhere real quick first. Got to show you something. Show them the house. How to act thankful. Say thank you. Smile. Shira, are the red pill men lying about not wanting to be married? They're not lying because marriage costs money. And if you ain't got money, then you shouldn't be married. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. The reason that they want to marry is because the same reason that this woman is saying that she wants more. Marriage will level you up to your potential as a man. They don't want to level up. When you say I do, you're saying I do to her dreams, not just your dreams. Okay? If they can't even reach their own dreams, how in the heck are they supposed to allow a woman to dream? They can't get married. They're too broke. They're broke minded, don't even have dreams of their own. How are they supposed to fulfill a woman's dreams? They can't. So they should stay single. Okay? It takes a special caliber of man to marry. They have to be very confident within themselves, know what they can do, and know that they're able to please a woman and allow her to fulfill her dreams as well. Okay? A lot of these men don't have standards high enough to even reach their own dreams. So they can't get married. And they shouldn't get married because all they'll do is end up creating more baby mamas or broken families. So they're less likely to procreate if they hadn't already procreated. So I feel that you don't want this gene to continue on the planet anyway. You don't want broke genes to continue on the planet. So let them phase themselves out. It's perfectly fine. Nobody cares. They're not the target. Maybe when they get old and realize that life is not really what they thought it was going to be, they'll probably be somebody's sugar daddy when they they own money up after 20, 30 years. Those type of men usually end up being somebody's sugar daddy when they get old. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. When they hit that midlife crisis level, they gotta reach in them pockets. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Sure, my husband spends tons of money on his son, brat child. But when I mention about spending money on my son, he's not the father. He always got something to say how to handle. Don't give him none. Cut him off in the bedroom. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's how you handle all things, baby. Cut him off. Go on strike. Don't cook, don't clean, don't do no laundry. That's how you get that attention. You stop doing whatever it is you're doing until what you want gets done. Period. And he asks you why you're not doing this, then tell him. And then he either gonna do it or he gonna have to hire some maid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He gonna spend money either way. Okay. Either way, he's spending money on a maid or your son. It's his choice. All right. So you only cooking for your son. Exactly. And say he too cheap to afford a woman with a child, then step. So you knew what it was when you got with me, and that's what it is, and that's what it's gonna stay. So either play your role or get out the way. All right. It's this is all most of their issues are with women they cannot afford. Exactly. They don't want picnic. They want you to lower your standards to a picnic, but they don't want a picnic. I will repeat that. They want you to lower your standards to the standards of a picnic, but they don't want a picnic. That means if you do that, they're not even going to want you anymore. I'd rather be single than lower my standards. Exactly, Cherise. Sprinkle, sprinkle member. Cherise is a member. Thank you for being a member. Um, and you know, a lot of men will be upset at you for being honest with yourself. You're a lot of women are not honest with themselves, and that's why they're able to be persuaded to lower their standards. If you're honest with yourself, you can't lower your standards because that's who you are. Hmm. So stand your ground and don't be shaken. Exactly. A great place to freestyle during lunch is a steakhouse. Dusty's can't afford steak. Yeah. True. Okay. Can you tell us an example of when you put a boundary on your marriage from day one? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Before you get married. Sure, you're almost 50 of a almost 50-year-old man told me he liked being single because most of the time all he needs to do is show up. Women make it so easy, even paying for show tickets and vacations. Well, that's what I said. A Dusty know how to get a pygmy. That's very easy, but they don't want him. Otherwise, he'd be with one long term. Yeah, be direct as soon as possible. Don't wait. Say what you need to say up front. That way, he knows what he's marrying. Okay. There isn't enough prayer a wife can do for her husband if he's not willing to put in the work. Um, that's a nice way of thinking, but you know what? Action speaks louder than prayers. And I'm gonna say this: If you sitting here praying for somebody to act right, do right, and all this kind of stuff, you're giving away your power. You need to tell him to his face and cut him off and go on strike. That worked faster than prayer, believe. Okay, and it's more effective. If you're someone that likes to pray for people that need it. You can do something about the man in your own house by going on strike and stop giving. Hmm. Don't let me pray for no man. It's gonna turn to a curse. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's why some of us can't pray because it's gonna turn to a curse. Hey, you better ask somebody. You gonna start praying for stuff you didn't know you could pray for. Like, I wish that's tire. No, never mind. Okay, don't pray when you're mad because you're gonna turn it into a curse. Just cut them off. Okay. That's why in the South is an insult when somebody says, "I'm gonna pray for you." I'm gonna pray for you. That means I'm about to curse you. That's what that means. That's a nice, nasty way to say, you know what? Don't pray for me. Because if you pray for me, I might have to pray for you. Okay. She ain't lying. Most of them not picked up a Bible in decades. Okay. Bless your heart. Exactly. Don't pray for me and I won't pray for you and we'll both be okay. Don't get to praying. Especially when you're mad. Okay. You are emotionally unavailable, and I think like you, but not really. It's just because it's a challenge when they comply. I lose interest. You're an Aquarius and you can be detached. Our nature ain't the pygmy type. Exactly. And that's why it's so important for a man to really want a woman because when a man really wants you, they don't give up. They see what they want and they go after it. That's what a real man do. Like that's what a man who knows what he wants, can afford what he wants, and don't see no reason why he can't have what he wants. He gonna do what it takes. Okay. What if he doesn't care for sex? Long story. How else to punish? I barely cook. I only clean by choice. Um, how else to punish? If he doesn't want anything from you, then y'all are just roommates anyway. Who cares? Do what you want. Get the money in another way. Say it's for something else. Tell him you need to go to the doctor to see if you're pregnant again. Uh, lie. Get your money, girl. You can lie. Tell him you need to get on some new type of birth control that costs extra. My girl, you're okay. Sugar girl, my sugar daddy deposit, but my clothing is all in the laundry. Got to go out looking sporty to the bank. Forgive me, sugar girl. Look how I'm looking today. I delivered a package to the post. I'm in my lounge clothes, but I got my makeup on. Mhm. I had on my glasses though. I was looking like okay. That's why I got these right here. Because, like, when I go in somewhere, I just throw my glasses if I have a necklace on or on my shirt. But I didn't do this makeup for nothing. But if I don't have on makeup, the glasses stay on, baby. Hmm. So, Team Shira, y'all feel okay. My sugar daddy isn't what determined because he's an Aries. Okay. So, I think what a lot of men have stopped realizing is that a woman wants you to chase hard. That's a turn on. Okay. Chase hard. That's impressive too. Um, Barely chasing, it's like you might as we don't know if you like men or women. If you can't get up off the couch to chase, we don't know if you like men or women. So we kind of iffy. We think you a little sus. So when you chase a woman hard, get rid of all of those thoughts that may be, brewing in our mind of why you ain't chasing. Okay, we think you a little sus. Because that's what men's supposed to do, chase. Not the woman, the man. We're like, well, maybe he chasing something else. Maybe something chasing him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he don't need no beard right now. I don't know. You gotta chase hard. You said chase bait hard. Okay. You gotta chase hard for a woman to even think that you ain't even buy these days. If you're not chasing hard, we think you sus. Don't y'all think that? Like when a man not really chasing hard, either we think you're broke, go both ways, or secretly got somebody else already and was just trying to get validated online or, you know, in the bar when you was drunk. We don't see nothing else. That's what we see. So you said they can't handle you. Exactly. You think something wrong with you. You ain't chasing hard. Dang. You handicapped? You sus? You in the closet? What's going on? Um, are the down low, engaged, married, got girlfriend, or too broke to date? Which one? Exactly. We don't automatically think we're supposed to chase you or that you're the prize. We think you gay, married, broke, got a girlfriend. There's nothing. We don't think. Oh, am I supposed to chase you? No, because you are the man. You're supposed to chase us. So when a man gives advice to another man not to chase a woman, he's telling you to act like a woman. Be gay. Be sus. Be unavailable like you're married, or even a married man will chase a woman. Okay, so that you could scratch that one off the list because I had a married man chasing me. Several. Shoot. Hard. How you gonna chase somebody and you married? So scratch that off the list. When you telling a grown man not to chase a woman, you telling him not to be a man. Period. Okay. You said Mars rules males and Mars rules the chase. Exactly. What type of advice are y'all getting? What type of dusty sitting on the toilet while you pee advice are you getting? Supposed to chase. If you ain't chasing, then You sus. Okay. You said where this woman at? I'm comfortable. That's where I'm at. All right. So chase or be replaced. Exactly. You chase my children, no man, sorry. Exactly. A lot of these women let these scared men get to them. That's because they don't validate themselves as women, and they have low self-esteem, and they value what a broke man who can't do nothing for them thinks. And so therefore that's what they put their value and self-esteem into, a man who don't even want the best for them. Okay, yeah, yeah, women shouldn't do that. We write the narrative, we write everything that we want, and we write our own standards, and we write and lower our standards too. So make sure what you're sure of what you're doing when you deal with a man. Hmm. And if a man ever tells you, if you're a man and you sitting in one of these, or these videos where a man is telling you not to chase a woman, he's telling you not to be a man. That's what y'all supposed to do. You're supposed to chase a woman. Now, if you don't like the woman, of course, don't chase her. But if you like a woman, if you don't chase her, she ain't gonna know that you like her. And therefore, she will be faster and quicker to entertain other men. You ain't interested. You're not chasing hard enough. Okay. So let's say you really like a woman and you watch one of these videos where a man told you not to chase no woman, and she wasn't getting the masculine vibe from you because you're not chasing, and another man comes along and he starts chasing hard, she's gonna drop you for him because he seems more masculine, more determined, more interested in her. And she may respond to you later and maybe get you to take her out on a date, or spend some money on her. But if you don't chase her after that, she got the other option still. She's she going where the chase is. So you still gonna get your money took while another man is chasing her, which was supposed to be you. And I don't know why these men don't explain this to y'all, because I literally, it was years ago, but I listened to one of those types of videos, and this man was literally crying. He called in and he was literally crying, saying this woman didn't call him back. And he did everything the man told him to do. He wasn't trying to chase, and he took her out and he spent money. And he was being like, he didn't call her for 2 days. And then she slept with him, and then like ghosted him. And he was literally crying, saying, what did he do wrong? And he really liked this woman, and why she did this, and da 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 da. Because you wouldn't chase him, baby. You don't chase, somebody else will. Or they think you gay. Period. Or they think you just got some bad advice nowadays. Or he done listen to them dusties in the basement with a microphone. All right. Well, he probably sit down when he pee anyway. Moving on. So we gotta remember that. Like if you're not gonna be the type of man that you're supposed to be, then don't think that you're gonna attract the women that you want. That's what they like, to be chased. If you can't chase me, then I don't want you. Shoot. That's how women need to feel. Like the sperm chase the egg. The egg do not chase the sperm, the leaf. Y'all trying to be the egg or something? Y'all trying to be the egg, sir? Give him a nickname, call him Egg. Hey, what's up, Egg? Why you calling me Egg? Nothing. Why these women calling us eggs? Because y'all don't chase. Only sperm chase, baby. Are you ovulating, sir? Mm. Ask them if they ovulating. Are you ovulating, sir? What? You acting like you can drop. You acting like you drop eggs. Okay. Literally, like that's what I think of when I hear these men tell these other men not to chase a woman. You dropping eggs, sir? Because if you don't chase a woman, then you dropping eggs. Or you don't like her. If you don't like her, then you shouldn't chase her. Okay, yeah. But if you like her, you better chase or somebody else will. You say you can't date bi men, not homosexual, but I like them very straight. Okay. And I always say this to women, and I don't know everybody's story, but, and I guess it also depends on the man. If you're going to date a bi man, what reason are you're not dating him to procreate? You're not dating him to be the father of anybody's children. You're not dating him literally even to sleep with him. You're dating him for whatever he could do for you at the time. You might not even sleep with him. But when it comes to sleeping with someone, if you are a very straight female and you don't agree with dating anyone bi, then you shouldn't have to. And I think men should be very upfront with women and say, I'm bi. But if they did, sadly, most of them wouldn't be able to get no woman. So that's why they stay in the closet because they're not going to get a woman anyway. Why people be thinking being single is like you are in the back basket or you benched or something? It's no, no. Single is the, if you ask any woman, single is the freest time of her life, the funnest times that she can remember. What are you talking about, y'all? That's why y'all don't stay single. Shoot, when I was single, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was worse than I am now. Okay, single just means free, free to be, free to collect money from multiples. Mm. Okay. Free to go out every night if you want. Free to invite anyone over if you want. Free to do whatever you want. Free to get all bills paid by multiple guys who don't even know the other men are paying all them same bills too. That's what single is today and back in the day. You got 3 sugar daddies. They all think they're paying your bills. You got triple money. Okay, that's single. You ain't single. You're single till you married. I don't know what y'all think is so bad about being single. So you can get more money single. I mean, if you unless you marry somebody rich and you get it all in one fell swoop, you could get paid single just as you can get paid married. How do you get them to pay? Girl, look good and change your name from cooking at home. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Don't don't go nowhere on social media with that handle because it doesn't sound like you want to get paid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you have a cooking channel, that's understandable, but don't tell them. Don't tell them you can cook either. That's how you get money by being the least. Never claim that you can cook. Never cook for them unless you married and you want to. Period. You said someone asked you if you could cook and you blocked. You said no ironing, no laundry, no. They need to hire a maid. You're there to be impressed, not to do the cleaning and the cooking. Um, there you go. Mhm. Get money by suggesting things that you like, things that you might want or need or ran out of or find interesting. Drop hints and clues when you talk to them so that when they show up, they may have something that you like. They may have gotten a gift for you because you said you lost something or you dropped something and it broke, or you've always wanted to do something and you never got a chance to do it. And you hope you will one day. They may surprise you if you just talk and speak about what it is you want or what it is you need. You don't have to ask directly if you don't want to, unless you want to. But there are ways to get what you want. You just have to talk. You gotta open your mouth. Uh-huh. She'll want a little plate, let them know you how great you are. How great of a pygmy you are, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Honestly, I said if you want to do that, you have a dinner party and you cook for your friends and you invite him. And he can taste your cooking that way and only that way. But you don't cook for him alone. Not until y'all married and you got the ring and you want to. Okay? Unless your cooking is bad, then cook away, baby. Then they'll tell you not to cook, okay? If you cook good, don't cook for him. Unless it's at a dinner party or some type of family function and you only do it one time, just to give him a little taste. But don't cook for him. Don't do his laundry. Don't do none of that crap. All right. Cook for your mama. Okay. Um, you said you made a so-so meal and he hasn't asked me to cook since. Good for you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So yeah, y'all have to realize that we are not pygmies. Our cooking skills should not try to impress men. That's not why they should like us. Men should not like us because we can cook. Okay, a microwave can cook. So a man should not like us for our cooking skills. They should like a chef or a restaurant for their food, not a wife. Not a wife that they gonna pay for anyway. Wife that they gonna like more. Okay. Now the traditional role of a woman is cook and clean. But are you considered, you know, these days, if the man is not doing the most for you, you will not do the most for him. You know what I'm saying? And just think about this. If you are one of those ladies that cook, you have to plan a meal each day or 3 times a day. You got to go to the grocery store. You got to buy food. You got to prepare it. You got to cook it. Every day you have to plan something. That's a lot of stress. Do you know if you did that for another person and called yourself a personal chef or a caterer, that you probably would make more money than your husband. Okay. So I'm not getting ready to take on a whole nother full-time job unless I'm being paid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mhm. Yeah, cooking is fun. Well, it just depends on what you're cooking for, how many people you're cooking for, if they all like the same thing. I mean, sometimes, okay, let's say, what if you don't like the same thing your husband like and your kids don't like nothing both of y'all like? What you gonna cook? You gonna cook 5 different meals? You might as well go work in a restaurant. Hmm, You know? Okay. Nope. But you but do I stop cooking for him now? That's already been going on. I tell him it costs time. He doesn't pay though. Girl, honestly, if he's giving you everything you want and you don't have to work and you like cooking and you can go shopping whenever you want, you don't want for anything, and you like cooking, then do whatever you gotta do. But I'm not finna have no full-time job or cook for nobody and not get no money. That's all I'm saying. Mhm. Your cooking needs to evolve or devolve into microwave dinners. Okay, if you don't want to do it anymore. Okay. Mhm. All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to go. But thank y'all so much. Okay, hey, La Peaches. Amber in the house. That's sprinkle. Do I order out every day if I don't feel like cooking? I think one week the kid, like I taught my kids how to cook, so they can cook for themselves or they can cook for their family. So they don't need me to cook. I taught them how. They cook for themselves, and they cook for me too. So I guess that problem is solved for me. All right, teach your kids how to cook, and then you ain't got to do it. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. See y'all later. Bye.